Let's do Trium together. Ajnanatimirandasya gnananjanashalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Wonderful. Welcome to the program. Welcome. We are now 26 online. We were 9 at the beginning. This is beautiful. We have Slovak translation. Super. And what I would like to ask you, everyone, if you can also record your translations, because maybe later we will need sometimes, and it's good to have some translations. Some programs, sometimes it's good to have them in your language, because we will not have time always to provide things for people. And we will go into a moment in which we will have literally a lot of programs. We are developing so much. We will have the retreat as well. So maybe some people who will not be present at the physical retreat, it's good to give them something, and even to have the replays of this and replay of yourself translating. You can also make a video of yourself. I don't mind. I am for going live, but I understand sometimes it's difficult for our lives, and some people have to protect themselves because they work and they don't want the spiritual identity to be there. But yes, I encourage you to really make recordings of translation. Find a way to record that. I think even Telegram, if you launch a voice chat, you can record. You can take Google Meet in parallel, and of course have your phone. I have 2 phones, but have a way to record this. And let's repeat it, because on Monday, for example, we also have Guru Gita Sloka. We have so many things, and it's precious for people to have different experiences and some sharings. Thank you so much if you can do that. Okay, so today's satsang will be very simple. I want to talk about the full moon that we had. It was a very special full moon yesterday. Very special Purnima, linked to awakening the bhakti in ourselves. So this Bhadrapada Purnima, I will put later a video on my channel, which will give more details in English about that. It was very special because it's linked to one of the forms of Vishnu, which is Satyanarayan. You heard about Satyanarayan Puja, right? Guruji used to do that, and other countries we used to do that, Satyanarayan Puja. And it's a day, this special Purnima, special full moon, it's dedicated to Mahavishnu, and also to this Satyanarayan form of it. And it's linked to Srimad Bhagavatam, because in Srimad Bhagavatam, in Canto 12, chapter 13 and 12 sloka, it is written that whoever worships Srimad Bhagavatam on this special full moon, or gives Srimad Bhagavatam to someone, achieves enlightenment, has really a special blessing. And yesterday, as I was knowing that in advance, so yesterday I dedicated my whole day to Srimad Bhagavatam and starting new things, because it's very auspicious on full moons. It's very auspicious also to start new things, to fast if you can, have fasting also. It's not, of course, we have Ekadashi, which is also strong when you do it, but also on full moon, some people are doing it. It's very auspicious. So I wanted to tell you about this, and to encourage you to follow the Hindu calendar. I will try to make more news on my YouTube channel and maybe some groups. If you are not in my news group, I can give you the link today so you can come there, because I will be more close to people with personal news, personal testimonials. That I told you several times, I want to tell you more about me, about my life. And I will do it with people who are close to me. I don't want to go directly like outside too much with some things that are very mystical, because then we have to explain them more. And just for the joke, I was talking to some Indians online, and one had a title of Swami. In many missions, like Osho mission, many people got like the title of Swami like this. And when we see Swami, we think that the person has achieved a certain mastery on himself or herself, and not to go into all childish talks. And I was saying something, and of course, after I was busy, I'm not always on the chats. Very rarely I give people time on chats because I'm too busy. But just, he did not come back to talk to me. And then he came back just with a lot of criticism. And I said, sorry, the concepts of Sanatana Dharma, my guru, the Guru Shishya relationship are sacred for me. Let's stop there. So of course, the beginning we were trying to discuss, but it was not possible, because when people just criticize without knowing, then you cannot do anything for them. They have to wait, and they have to come and make their experience, and we have nothing to justify. Uh, we have nothing to convince someone of. Everyone has his sadguru, his path. Everyone's truth is his truth. It's respectable, right? So we are not here to try to convince and convert someone anywhere. So very, very important. So this is why I will, for some mystical things, I will not go directly like this, spreading pearls to pigs, because as Guruji says, people are making bad karma if they do this. So on special mystical occasions, like when Guruji manifests the lingams, he said it's forbidden now to record and to record audio visual support, because then people's mind, which is not purified, will start arguing, will start saying, yeah, but this is not true, how can that be, oh, maybe he's cheating on this, like all fake things. And this is wrong, because the person starts criticizing the divine. And everyone's path, divine path, is sacred, so we have to also raise ourselves. So what I can encourage you to do, don't enter into all these cheap discussions and arguing, even in the family, and learn to let go. Letting go, it's also preserving yourself, preserving the sacredness of things, and also setting an example, because we have to be in this bhakti. We are servants, we are dasi, every one of us, right? So we have nothing to promote, to convert, to make like we are not here to justify and fight like mad for something, for some truth. No, because the truth is perceived in our heart. And we can get the experience only with the divine grace. So some things can be hidden to someone until the person gets the experience. So we cannot convince someone about someone else's divinity, someone else's sacredness, unless the person feels it in the heart. So this is why we have to be very humble, and we have to let go, to say, okay, sorry, I don't want to continue the discussion, even if the person, the mind of the person thinks we did not argue enough, we don't have anything to argue or to fight for, because on bhakti path, it's about bhakti, it's about love, and it's about some deities to whom you can have access. I told you, when I was actually doing a lot of hatha yoga and I was in Shiva's, I was completely focused on Lord Shiva, and that was an amazing experience. But I did not have opportunities to go and see Lord Krishna, and it was not the right moment for me. So somehow, like, all the doors were closing when I had to go to explore Krishna. Even if I wanted it, I had a murti and I was open. And then I bought another murti. I had another small. I had a Ladu Gopal. First, I had Krishna with the flute that I bought in Puttaparthi when I was I went to see Satya Sai Baba there, and I was with another group of friends, spiritual friends, like in the years 2000, and I felt to buy a Krishna, so I had the Murti. Then later, I think some years after, I went to an ISKCON temple, I think in Delhi, and I bought a Ladu Gopal, but I could not, like, completely turn towards them. There was something that was not there, even if I respected them, I put them on the altar. So the right moment has to come when the doors are opening, when we are ready for some things. And I will talk about this journey from Lord Shiva to Lord Krishna during the pilgrimage that I will do in Tyrol, Austria. We'll have a retreat. It's more a retreat than a pilgrimage. We'll try to visit some places, but more we'll do different rituals, puja, abhishekam, and I will speak about this journey towards Lord Krishna. And I will also uh, make available some things online. So for sure, if you are there and you can't come, I will try to make it available online, because it's good to talk about that and see. So always be very humble, even yourself, towards the members of the family that are worshiping other deities, that are from different traditions, religions, because unless you have the grace, you cannot understand. You cannot perceive it. Once you get into that space of unity, like Paramahamsa Ramakrishna had that grace, and also Guruji, of course, Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda has that fully, is that feeling the sacredness in each religion, feeling this high, supreme vibration in each religion, in each path, and uniting all, because love is the only religion. And this is why we are on the path of bhakti. Bhakti is the supreme. It's just where you have to be. It's where you're actually your progress is going right now. But the Guruji, tells you go and explore something else. Like, he sent me to see Ram Sita in Ayodhya in 2016. I didn't understand. Everyone was in Vrindavan. So whatever is needed for you will come at the right moment and will be given to you. Life is a guru. The life vibration, the guru is the vibration of life. It's really connected to the truth and to what is good for you at one moment. So the message for today is, let's keep things sacred. Let's keep connected to the Hindu calendar. There are many festivals, and some are very important, like full moons. Like yesterday's full moon, it was really amazing. It was really an awakening of love process, and in Switzerland they had awakening of love festival, awakening bhakti, because Srimad Bhagavatam. We will talk more about that. Maybe we'll start soon also some satsang about Srimad Bhagavatam. It is the Shastra that best explains bhakti and tries to make us live bhakti. Because Vedavyasa, if you remember the story, was not satisfied with whatever he wrote before. And he received from Narada Muni, he received the advice to start writing something about bhakti. Start making a writing which will best express the bhakti. And this is Srimad Bhagavatam. So for me, it was awakening of Srimad Bhagavatam love yesterday, even if we are doing it, but really I felt a connection. So try to get connected to that as well. It's one of the books that we have to read normally in Bhakti Marga. It's good to read it. And today it's also Pitra Paksh period starting. So Pitra Paksh, we will celebrate Pitra Paksh with rituals in the ashram on 25th September. Is the day when we give the paper with the ancestors that passed away. the deceased members of your family and friends and whoever, you can register online, I think. Just see if it's still possible, because you will get special prayers for your family to liberate these souls, to liberate these souls. So unless you take really big initiations, you cannot get that liberation for your ancestors. Later, the more you are initiated, the more you take refuge in the divine, the more divine is helping your family as well. It's really interesting how the energy will go through you to all your family. But for the moment, where you are, you need this support. So you can register on the ashram's website for Pitra Paksh on 25th and give the list, and they will tell you what to do. Usually we give the list of the ancestors, and special rituals are being done so that they can be liberated. Their souls, wherever they are liberated. And we offer food. Usually the gurus are eating the food those days, and when the guru is eating the food, then the souls are liberated, eating the food and doing all this. Of course, Guruji, I think, will be there, and he is doing his work in his way behind the scene there. Maybe he will be with us. Let's see. And I will also be there. I will arrive in advance. I think on 24th I will be in the ashram. 23rd, 24th, as we have brahmacharini tests. So we will have other brahmacharini, we hope, initiated for Navaratri. So Pitra Paksh energy is starting today. Until yesterday, we had Ganesha very strongly, because we had Ganesh Chaturthi, so his energy was still there. Then we had Radhastami, energy of Radha was there, and the full moon came, Srimad Bhagavatam, grace, and Satyanarayana, grace came. And now we enter in Pitra Paksh period. So, even in our countries, like 1st November, we celebrate the deceased members of our family. We have that even in Europe. We have that in Romania, I think. Even in France, we have a special day when we light candles. We go in the cemetery and we light candles for our ancestors. And yeah, some people offer drinks and some people offer food. Because it is believed that the ancestors still eat. They still eat, they still drink, and maybe if you have dreams of them, they may ask for food, ask for light. So be in contact with them. There are other nice traditions, like in Cambodia. I will probably go back, I will hope, before the end of the year. In Cambodia, they have a small temple outside each house where they feed the ancestors. The ancestors' energy is believed to be still there and still with us, and clairvoyants are still seeing ancestors around us. So take a moment and start thinking of your ancestors. Maybe your grandmother was a saint, maybe your mother was a saint, maybe you had some saints in the family who can bless you, and help you. And you can also do, if you want, 15 days. I did this when someone from our family passed away. You can offer food and offer drinks and water. Don't forget to offer something to drink, because usually giving food is easy. You find poor people, you find some organization, you give food, but we forget to offer something to drink. And then they will come into your dream and say, but I also want to drink. So I had this. I did 11 days offering food, and I didn't offer too much water. And then by the 11th day, the person came in my dream saying, but you didn't give me water. And then the last days, like until the 15th day, I offered a lot of drinks. I invited people at my home. And yes, we had a lot of drinks in the name of the ancestors. So please continue to light a lamp and think you are a unit. Unless you take monastic vows, like the Swamis, Swaminis, and all the monasteries in all religions, you are not disconnected of your family. If you take monastic vows, if you commit fully, then your family is liberated. All your ancestors, the divine is taking care, because the divine takes you. You commit fully. And in India, when we take full vows of Swamis and Swaminis, and we live in an ashram, we live in a monastery, then we have to meet the family as a priest. not as the child of the family. These are very, very traditional vows. Of course, in our country and in our, in Bhakti Marga, yes, we are still like so much connected a little bit. I mean, it's different. We are not living all the time in the ashram, some of us, but still that this connection is very clear in the energy and the fact that your ancestors are liberated. So I don't have to make a list for my ancestors, but you all have still to do it and still think of them because they are still there somewhere, and continue to process if you had some problems with them, if you regret something that you have done. Please continue to ask for forgiveness, continue to see them, see their pictures, connect to them, put a light for them before it's too late for you as well, because these are your good actions that you do to purify your samskaras, the connections you had, the karma you could not clean. Sometimes people live before we clean all the karma with them, all the problems we had with them, so then we are still having that somewhere in ourselves. The best is put also everything at Guruji's feet. If you have full refuge in your Guru, but if you don't have it, even that will not work. So you have also first take full refuge. And anyway, whatever request you do for Guruji, he will provide. But you also have this forgiveness, light a lamp, think of them, and try to forgive. If someone has done some wrong to you, don't want to remember about that, just like ask for forgiveness and forgive them yourself. It happened because it happened. We cannot change the past. We can change the present, and we can transform ourselves. And you can see them, have a picture of them. So don't disconnect of your past, but understand the past in order to prepare a better future and live in the present. Okay, so let's all enter into these days, light lamps, and think of our ancestors. But we will celebrate that in the ashram on 25th. But we entered into that part of the year in which we start thinking of our ancestors, and that is called Pitra Paksh. Okay, super. Let's come back to meditation. Come back to yourself and let all these words stay with you in your space, in your inner space. Cherish all this and think already how you will live this period, and maybe even register for the ashram's rituals if you didn't. Go into your heart, let go, come to meditative state. And let's see that we are all together like a beautiful family, 39 people online right now. And let's see that we are united, that we are a beautiful family of light around planet Earth, holding our hands. Please close your mics. I have someone who is coughing. Please close your mics. I deactivate on my first meditation. Close your eyes. Offer this love. Yes. Okay. First meditation, the Austria group, 13 to 16 October will be the program. And now just let me give you the last group, which is my personal group. It's called News and Travels with Swamini Godaavari. So please come there. If you saw someone behind me, it's my brother. He says hi. He will come to Tirol. I got one member already, and he will come to Navaratri. I hope to Navaratri, and I will bring him all over month of October. And the Poland Darshan, because it seems we have Polish